In today's session of Divorce Court, Tessie Hayden says she once had complete trust in Manuel, but soon after they wed, the truth came out. Tessie discovered Manuel had an affair.
Yes, ma'am. This girl started coming back in the picture all the time, Your Honor.
So if you find somebody that's a cheater and they cheat with you, what makes you think the character gonna change because you married?
I trusted him probably more than I've ever should have trusted anybody.
But Manuel says Tessie is the one who ruined their marriage.
After we was married, Your Honor, she did have an affair afterwards.
So you've been a pretty busy woman yourself, huh?
I had met somebody that I was attracted to.
Another man or another woman?
No, it was a woman. It was a woman.
Oh.
Now Tessie and Manuel Hayden are ready to end their marriage in today's session of Divorce Court.
All rise. Court is now in session. Mablean Ephraim presiding. You may be seated.
Day, ladies and gentlemen, this is the matter of Tessie Hayden versus Manuel Hayden. I understand that you've been married for 15 years. You have a 15-year-old child, and you want to end this relationship. Yes. After 15 years, Mrs. Hayden?
Yes.
Why?
It's a matter of trust. He cheated with my aunt 16 years ago, and I was never able to trust him again afterwards.
A matter of trust. He cheated with your aunt 16 years ago.
Yes, and he lied to me about the matter.
What did he do 16 years ago?
He had an affair with my aunt, and the day that he proposed to me, I asked him.
But, Your Honor, that was before.
Had he had an affair with my aunt?
No, that was before.
And because one of my other aunts had told me about it. So the day that he asked me to marry him, I told him to be honest with me because I trusted in this man. I mean, I trusted in him probably more than I've ever should have trusted anybody. And when he lied to me, I found out after I had had another child, which I had already had one, had another one after 9 years, and then I had another baby by him and gotten married to him. Then I found out the truth when he could have told the truth in the beginning so I could make a decision if I wanted to be with him in my life. And if he would have told me, no, I would have chose not to be with him.
Your Honor, no, that was before we got together.
What was before you got together?
The affair with the aunt. That was before I even made a commitment. When I made a commitment and told her, asked her to marry me, I never cheated, I never did nothing wrong. And then after we was married, Your Honor, she did have an affair afterwards. And then
she had an affair during the marriage?
During the marriage.
No.
Yes. Yours was before the marriage?
Yes.
I had
and then after the affair, Your Honor.
I had an affair.
I can only hear from one of you at a time.
I had an affair,
Stop. I can only hear from one of you at a time.
Okay,
Let him talk about your affair. You told me about his.
Yeah, and then after the affair that she had, then I gave up on that affair just like I thought she should give up on that one. Anytime you're in a relationship. You forgave her? Yeah, anytime you're in a relationship, something goes wrong in a relationship, if you decide to go on, you're supposed to let it be behind you.
Why are you shaking your head saying no? You're saying that if something goes wrong, you shouldn't forgive?
No. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that after I had an affair, it was after I had an affair because...
During the marriage?
During the marriage because another problem came up in the marriage where me and this man, and I'm going to say it on camera, me and this man wasn't having any kind of sexual relationship after I found out about the fact of him and my aunt.
Let me ask you this. How many years into the marriage to Mr. Hayden did you find out that he had had an affair with your aunt before the marriage?
After I married him.
How many years after you married him?
It wasn't even no years. It was after I had the baby.
Wait a minute. How long after you married him did you find this out?
My baby was 6 months. Not 6 months after. I messed up. Not 6 months after the marriage. No, ma'am, wasn't 6 months after the marriage.
6 months after your child was born?
Right.
All right. That's when you found out?
Right, ma'am.
But did he tell you that the affair had taken place before you got married? Do you understand my question?
Yes, I do, ma'am. And yes, he did say that, ma'am.
Okay, so why are you upset about something that he did before you got married?
It was the matter of a family principle. I'm like this. If you mess with anybody in my family, I tell my daughters this all the time. It's not right because one of my daughters went with a guy and maybe she been broke up with that guy 5 years and then my other daughter take up and start going with him. No, it's a matter of respect.
Did you ask your aunt?
Yes, I did. That's how the truth came out.
The aunt that he had the affair with?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ask her before you married him? Since you had heard this rumor?
But after I got married.
No. Since you had heard a rumor.
No, I did not.
That he had an affair with your aunt before you married him.
No.
And it's a matter of principle. Did you just go to your aunt and ask her?
Yes, I did. After
What'd she say?
Fact. She told me yes.
No. Before you married him.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So you just relied on his statement?
Yes, ma'am. The trust.
Any reason why you didn't ask your aunt?
I trusted him.
But you were asking a question, and you wanted an answer.
Yes,
and it was
ma'am.
2 people allegedly involved in an affair. Any reason why you didn't ask your aunt?
I was being stupid because I trusted him.
No, I think maybe you just didn't want to know the truth.
Well, maybe you know what? That is the truth. I did not want to know the truth.
If you asked your aunt and she said yes, then your love is gone.
Yeah, I did not want to know the truth, and that is the truth. I did not want to know the truth.
And the sit-up was with me coming to see her, having fun, doing our thing, then coming, bringing me home and stuff like that, and coming home and dropping me off and all that. And so one night the affair started, and that's where it happened.
With the aunt?
Yeah.
But you're coming to see Mrs. Hayden?
Yeah.
And you like her, and you're so in love with her, and she makes you feel so good, but you're...
No, because I was in love with her, but then I couldn't have her because she's supposed to be married. And she told me she was married.
Now, mind you, I left that and got into another relationship. So now.
You went to 2 other relationships before you finally hooked up with him?
No, I was in another relationship before I finally hooked up with him after me and my...
Okay, you and your ex got back together, broke up, you went into another relationship, broke up, married Mr. Hayden.
Right.
So you've been a pretty busy woman yourself.
No, I haven't been busy.
And not only that, Your Honor, just like I say, the first thing about it, our food with her aunt is before the relationship.
I got that part.
And then the affair that she had after the relationship. And then all these 13 years I've been going through mistrust.
Yeah,
the
13 years you were going through mistrust?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Because of the thing I had with her aunt.
Oh, you mean she mistrusted you?
Yeah, for that thing I had
with
with
her
her
aunt. Well, I can't understand how either of you trusted either of you because both of you were lying.
Well,
that's all I'm saying. That's why the divorce is coming in. He could not trust me. I could not trust him. So the fact of the matter is we could not trust. You cannot grow on something that you cannot trust.
No, Your Honor,
he cheated on me. I cheated on him. And that's going to always be in both of our minds. So therefore, it's over with.
When divorce court returns, Tessie gives explosive testimony about her affair and her marriage.
This man accepted the relationship. It was okay for me to have a woman. This man asked me to have a threesome with my ex-woman. Okay.
Oh, no.
Are you getting divorced? Do you need Judge Mablean Ephraim's help settling a dispute? If you want to be a guest on Divorce Court, call 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. Divorce Court is back in the case of Tessie versus Manuel Hayden. Their 16-year marriage is ending because they both say they no longer trust one another.
Okay, she had another affair.
Okay, but if she had an affair with you and you thought that she was married and you were coming down to her aunt's house and pretending to see her aunt so that she could see you, and in your mind, or you believed that she was married, right?
Yes.
Which meant that she was doing what to that husband?
Same thing she did to me.
What's the same thing? Use the word.
Cheated on me just like she cheated on him. Yeah.
So what made you think she was not going to cheat on you?
Because she had told me circumstances that was in that relationship that wasn't right.
Because that one was justified.
Yeah,
she had told you a sob story.
I guess I justified it too. But what happened, Your Honor, after we decided to get married, I thought maybe we put all that behind us, and I thought we could go to trust.
You understand the word character?
Yeah, and I understood that. But
so if you find somebody that's a cheater and they cheat with you, what makes you think the character gonna change because you married?
Okay, well, 13 years. Well, I thought we went 13 years and something. We went together without cheating and everything was all right.
Without you knowing?
Well, that's right. Because then I found out later it was another cheat. At the last, that's what broke us up.
Oh, I cheated on you at the last.
And wait a minute, I'm talking character now. I'm not suggesting that your character became something different after you married her. Because if you were cheating on her husband and sneaking around,
and you had a
little character flaw too in terms of honesty and trust. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, but I built my character, Your Honor. After them 13 years, I did not do no more.
And I didn't either. When I left you, it was no more cheating than anything.
Okay,
it was
I
left you.
No, it doesn't say that you were cheating on her. Stop. It says that you were not having sex with your wife, so she thought you were cheating.
No,
now tell me about that.
No.
9 months, ma'am. Let me tell you about this situation.
I want him to tell me.
Oh, okay, come.
Okay,
Yeah,
tell me.
9 months.
So I can
9 months. We went back and forth to counselors 9 months and stuff. We was having problems with sex because the fact is they told me at the counseling back and forth because the relationship was so raggedy, because the relationship was so mistrust and so much pressure on my head. Oh. That's the way we was having the problem.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So
it wasn't because
that was
of me
affecting
cheating.
you sexually.
But it wasn't me cheating. I never cheated.
It was only
I never
affecting
went with
him.
no other woman. I never did nothing like cheating. I didn't do no cheating. I
So
worked
it's because
and worked.
of that mistrust that was going on?
Yes.
And with her pressuring you,
yes,
it was affecting your ability
yes,
to have an erection?
That's what the counselor told me.
That's what the counselor told you?
Yeah, and that's what I went back and forth. I got tested back and forth. There was nothing wrong with me, so that was the only problem.
My aunt started coming around a whole bunch.
She started coming back again?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
No,
this girl started coming back in the picture all the time, Your Honor. All the time, Your Honor. And then when he got friendly with this, because when the situation he got friendly with it, then all of a sudden, here we are fresh into the marriage. We fresh into the marriage.
Well, I'm trying to get past the first year. Haven't I gotten past the first year?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
No.
Well, can you please take me past the first year?
Okay. So I did meet somebody, and no, I did not cheat. And everybody was telling me, girl, you shouldn't even tell him about this. Everybody was telling me. Girl, no, I'm not like that.
Tell you about what?
I mean, because I had met somebody.
Oh, you shouldn't tell him that you had met somebody.
Met somebody, right? You know.
That you liked.
That I was attracted to.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody's telling me, no, you should not.
Another man or another woman?
No, it was a woman. It was a woman.
Oh.
It was a woman. It was a woman.
Now we're getting to the picture.
And everybody tells me that I should not tell this man about my friend. Okay, no, I came to him straight because enough was enough.
How did you feel about that when you found out that she had was having an affair with another woman?
I hadn't had it.
How did that make you feel?
No, it didn't bother me that.
It didn't bother your manhood.
It would have bothered my manhood if it was another man, but a woman, I couldn't give her what a woman give her anyway. So, I mean, that was something she was looking for. I couldn't have gave her no matter what.
But it's a relationship with somebody else. Doesn't that bother you that you're married?
That was the pain, but it wasn't the fact is that it was a woman meant more than a man. If it was a man, it would have been more to me. That would have been a pressure on my manhood, like, can this man do it better than me or something? But it was
then
a
you
woman.
would have been trying to decide.
Yeah, but it was a woman. It's something I couldn't do.
So now you fought over other women. You fought over other men. You fought over cheating. You fought over lying. You fought over distrust.
So there
you might as well complete the fight. Now you're fighting over property. Right?
There we go.
But this time we got a little better deal going.
What's that?
We got you to decide for us.
Woo! I don't know. Now, what's the issue with the property?
This is the picture.
This hutch here.
It's my mother.
Would you let me see that, please, Joe?
The hutch there, it has a lot of sentimental values to me. I have a 15-year-old daughter.
This is the hutch from the family?
His mom's
his mother's hutch.
Yeah. Well, when his mom died, we got the house and everything. And I wanted it so I can give it to my daughter.
Let her tell me what she wants to tell me.
To give it to my daughter. But just let my daughter have that. And I feel if I get it, that I know that my daughter will have it.
You want it for your daughter?
For my daughter.
Okay, can I talk
now? This is his mother's.
Yes.
And it was at his mother's house that was left to the two of you?
Everything.
Left to the family.
Left to the family. But he's told his sisters, when they come in, when his mom died, they can get anything out the house they wanted.
And he left the curio?
Everything they didn't get, I can have.
That's what he said?
No.
That's what he said, ma'am. That's what he said, ma'am.
I told them to come in the house and get everything they want. Whatever they leave, it's mine. It stays in the house. That's what I told them. Now, she talking about giving it to her and my daughter. Well,
say our.
Well, our daughter. Well, our daughter lives with me.
Oh, she does.
All the time.
All
the time.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Yes, ma'am.
All the time when she was walking out the door.
This is a divorce.
Yeah, all the time when she was walking out the door.
The two of you live in the same house still?
We live in the same house. Yes, we do. No, we do not sleep together. No, we do not share nothing together.
And you're not going to stay in the same house?
No. It's like this. He's too stubborn to leave. I'm too stubborn.
But it's his mother's house?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me tell you about the living together. Let me tell you what's happening.
Just give me 1 minute. I'm going to give you like 60 seconds.
Okay, 60 seconds, real fast. Okay, the fact is my daughter's 15 years old. I love my daughter dearly. Okay, she worries about her mother. Her mother goes live with this woman. She get kicked out or come back home because she can't stay with this woman. She don't have. Okay, she's giving me 60 minutes. I ain't got time to talk to you.
There's a way of moving and not moving.
Anyway,
so what you're doing is just keeping your foot in that door.
That's right, Your Honor.
That's right, this doesn't work.
That's right.
No, ma'am.
Okay, listen, Your Honor, if I close the door.
Okay, stop.
You just give me 60 minutes.
60 seconds.
Well, she took up 30 of them.
Stop. I said I'd give him 60 seconds. Don't interrupt him.
Okay, and then when she was out the door, and then when she didn't have nothing nowhere to go and coming back, my daughter begged me, come to me and say, well, Dad, I know y'all don't have nothing going on together and y'all are getting a divorce and all this, but just let Mom stay here because Mom gonna be on the street.
For financial reasons.
Yeah, and so she comes back in the house.
This man is lying.
Didn't I tell you to let him have 60 seconds?
Well, anyway, and it's obvious, Your Honor, she don't pay no. It's obvious she don't pay none of the bills and nothing. I do all it, so she just walked back in the house. She's living free. She just walked back in. So that means one thing: if I shut the door on her, she would have nowhere to go, and my daughter be mad at me.
All right, now you get 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Your Honor, it's like this. This man is sitting here lying. This man accepted the relationship. Let me tell you what got this man upset. You know, what they always say about a man. It's okay if he can have, it was okay for me to have a woman. This man asked me to have a threesome with my ex-woman. Okay, yes, he did. So then she didn't agree to that. So therefore, this is when the problem started occurring. He's never put me out the home, Your Honor. He always has.
I'm not worried about whether he's putting you out of the home.
Okay.
I'm worried about, and my only question is, the child.
Yes,
whether he's putting you out or not.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you live there or do you not live there?
Yes, I do, ma'am.
So you live both places. You got two houses.
No, I do not, ma'am.
When that stop?
No, I do not, ma'am.
When that stop?
No, I have not. No, ma'am, I do not.
When that stop?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
When divorce court returns, the judge renders her verdict and an update on the case of Vanessa Lee versus Winston Lee.
My name, the light was in my name, the phone was in my
But you
name,
don't
and
live
so
there.
were the and so were the three girls in his bed.
Divorce court will be back in session in a moment. Divorce court is back in session as Tessie and Manuel's 16-year marriage comes to an end.
The curio cabinet is the only thing standing between the two of you.
Yes.
And your daughter is 15 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
It's his mother's. And if you're concerned about passing it down to your daughter, it can be passed down through his hands, just like it be passed down through your hands.
True.
So it doesn't need to go over to you to be passed down to the daughter.
Well, no problem.
And he said he doesn't want it, and he doesn't have, well, you want it, but you don't care if it passes to your daughter. So here's my judgment. Award the curio cabinet to the husband for the benefit of the daughter.
Okay.
That sounds fine with me.
For the benefit of the daughter. It's never to leave that house or be destroyed or anything else done with it until your daughter leaves that house. When she leaves, it goes with her.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right? That's my order.
Thank you.
When divorce court returns, an update on the case of Vanessa Lee versus Winston Lee.
Nothing. Christmas, he promised her a television. What he tells me, the television is locked in a trunk where he can't get to.
Closed captioning for divorce court provided by. If you would like to have the judge hear your case in divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or email us at www.divorcecourttv.com. And now for an update on a previous case in divorce court. Vanessa Lee knew her marriage was in trouble when she and Winston started arguing constantly about money.
My name, the light was in my name, the phone was in my
But you
name,
don't
and
live
so
there.
were the and so were the three girls in his bed.
I have no recollection of that, ma'am.
I know you don't have any recollection. I
in the
forget it too.
journal.
But she says that things really got ugly when he turned into a deadbeat dad to their 9-year-old daughter.
And her father doesn't give her anything.
Now she wanna cry.
Nothing. Christmas, he promised her a television.
Now she wants
What
to
he
cry.
tells me, the television is locked in a trunk where he can't get to.
You are not innocent.
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
because she stays with her mother, she still has a father who's involved in another relationship. She sees you sometimes, I hope.
Vanessa brought Winston to court to get him to contribute money toward their daughter's living expenses. The judge agreed with Vanessa and ordered Winston to pay. She also ordered Winston to pay for his daughter's school uniforms.
You weren't clear to me and you didn't convince me that you were giving something on a regular basis. You owe just as much obligation to pay for this child's uniforms as she does.
After court, Winston told Vanessa that he plans to pay for more of their daughter's expenses in the future, but Vanessa doesn't believe him. He also told her that he is engaged to be married again, and Vanessa says she feels sorry for any other woman who marries Winston.
No hard feelings, even though he's sitting there and lied. But I mean, I have no hard feelings because we both did it to each other.
And I wasn't going to let it go to her where she's bouncing in and out the house and going to take it with her sometime. If she wanted to be with my daughter's with me, so it'll stay there with her and me.